Friday, April 12. Further thought. The gospel continued to spread and the number of its adherents to increase. It penetrated into regions that were inaccessible even to the eagles of Rome. Said a Christian expostulating with the heathen rulers who were urging forward the persecution, "You may kill us, torture us, condemn us. Your injustice is the proof that we are innocent, nor does your cruelty avail you. It was but a stronger invitation to bring others to their persuasion. The oftener we are mown down by you, the more in number we grow. The blood of Christians is seed." And that's from Tertullian in Apology, paragraph 50, quoted by Ellen White in The Great Controversy, pages 41 and 42. And then from page 47 of The Great Controversy we read, "The mysterious providence which permits the righteous to suffer persecution at the hand of the wicked has been a cause of great perplexity to many who are weak in the faith. Some are even ready to cast away their confidence in God because he suffers the basest of men to prosper, while the best and purest are afflicted and tormented by their cruel power. How, it is asked, can one who is just and merciful and who is also infinite in power tolerate such injustice and oppression? This is a question with which we have nothing to do. God has given us sufficient evidence of his love, and we are not to doubt his goodness because we cannot understand the workings of his providence." End of quote. And that brings us to our 3 discussion questions for this week. 1. What value does persecution serve? Why do you think God allows his people to suffer at times? And though, in some cases, such as in the early church, good was able to come of it, what about times when it appears that nothing good has come from it? Why, in situations like this, is the personal experience of God's love so important in order to maintain faith? And 2, how would you respond if a friend asked you these questions? Where is God in my suffering? If he loves me, why am I going through such a difficult time? And question 3, how can your local church become a caring community to impact the world? Discuss practical ways to apply this week's study. How, it is asked. And now it's time for Inside Story with Sibylla Harrold. Thank you, Sibylla.
Faithful Gymnast in Italy by Andrew McChesney. 7-year-old Sarah loved gymnastics. It was easy for her, and she was good at it. She especially liked doing cartwheels. She could do cartwheel after cartwheel in a row, and she only stopped when she fell down. But there was something that Sarah loved even more than gymnastics. She loved God. So, she was not tempted to skip church when the gymnastics coach announced that a major gymnastics show would be held on the Sabbath in her hometown of Isai, Italy. The show only took place once a year, and children would show off what they had been learning to their parents and families. Sarah felt sad when the coach said the show had been scheduled for the Sabbath. At home, Mother saw Sarah's downcast face. God can solve any problem, she said. She suggested that Sarah could take her Sabbath problem to God. That evening, Sarah prayed, "Dear God, I am very sad to hear the news that I will miss the show, but your will be done." Sarah and the other children met for gymnastics practice every Tuesday and Thursday. The coach had announced the date for the gymnastics show at a Tuesday practice. Sarah prayed on Tuesday night and on Wednesday night. At the Thursday practice, the coach suddenly announced that the date for the gymnastics show had been changed. "We have to postpone the show by 1 day, until Sunday, because of some organizational problems," she said. Sarah couldn't believe her ears. She was ecstatic with joy. When she excitedly broke the news to Mother a short time later, Mother smiled bigger than the sun. "You have to trust God always," she said. and Sarah always has. This was her first experience with prayer, and it greatly strengthened her faith in God. On Sabbath, she told the church about what had happened. A church member prepared a special sermon about the prayer and invited Sarah onto the platform to tell her story. I have always prayed when facing problems in life, Sarah, now 19, told Adventist Mission. The mission story illustrates spiritual growth objective number 7 of the Seventh-day Adventist Church's I Will Go strategic plan, to help youth and young adults place God first. For more information, you can go to the website at iwillgo2020.org. Read more about Sarah's story next week.
This lesson was read by Dr. Percy Harrold for Christian Services for the Blind. Sponsored by the Sabbath School Department and distributed through Hope Channel Australia, this podcast is also redistributed by Hope Channel Germany, Christian Record Services for the Blind. It is also available on SoundCloud and through multiple podcast distributors, including Apple iTunes. And you can listen and watch at the same time on YouTube. Remember, God is always faithful.